Hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming. On this quick video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to heat set the Magnolia ink when you use it on fabrics. So, I don't know about you, but ironing is not my most favorite thing to do. Maybe it is yours, but it's definitely not mine. And I was getting really sick of lugging everything upstairs to our closet to do my ironing upstairs. So today I bit the bullet and I spent $16 on a mini ironing board that sits on the table at Target for my office. Let me see if I still have the receipt, because you might want to look into this if you're a big time crafter. This is what it was. Room Essentials. Countertop ironing board. Okay, so I also did that because I wanted to show you how to heat set things that you have used the Magnolia ink on. So as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from, let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna try to talk about all the things that can be a concern. All right, so these things here are all things that I've made recently using the Magnolia ink. Look how cute those baby onesies are. And that I have not heat set yet. We did this today for the carrots. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you basically how you do it. First thing is that you want your iron, if your fabric can tolerate cotton setting. Where did my towel go? Oh, here it is. A cotton setting, that's the setting you want it to be on, not super high like linen, okay? If it's something like a polyester or something that you would normally iron on a low temperature, you're gonna definitely need to use a low temperature for that. So I don't want you to destroy your whatever. Whoops, this is not what I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. So the other thing is, with the Magnolia ink, you don't want to put your iron directly down on this, on the ink, okay? You can use either parchment paper, which I don't have any in the house, or a thin tea towel, okay? And I'm just using this. So and it's, we've used it in the kitchen a bazillion times, but it's a thin tea towel. So I've just covered my surface, and I'm just gonna have my iron set on cotton. And I'm just setting this down. I need to go a little bit warmer. And I'm just gonna go back and forth and back and forth for about 3 minutes. We won't actually do it for 3 minutes, but that is what you would do. Okay, so after you've done a good bit on this side, you're gonna notice when you pull up your tea towel that it might want to stick just a little bit, but that's okay. I like to take my item and flip it over. And this time I'll just lay it straight on the ironing board. And I like to iron the back, heat set it from the back. What this does is it takes the ink and it makes it actually go into the fabric, become part of the fabric, and then you can wash and it's permanent. So you can actually use these darling tea towels that we've been making in your kitchen, and then you can wash them. I do recommend that you wash on cool if possible. That will extend the life of your stencil ink. Wash on cool and dry on cool, or if it's your favorite t-shirt that you've just made, consider line drying that. But that is pretty much what you're gonna do to heat set on a tea towel. Easy, 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 easy peasy. And maybe I do it too long, but I have really good luck with my stuff staying crisp and not fading after the first wash. So the Magnolia ink, by the way, it will stay a little bit sticky until you heat set it. And then after that, that goes away. Okay, so I would probably, if I was giving this as a gift, which I am going to give this away, it's going to go into one of my blessing boxes. Isn't that cute? That's one of the new stencils that Magnolia has, which, dang it, I completely forgot a link. If you'll hang on when I get off, I'll drop links throughout the conversation. Pam, I'll get you a link. It's ink from Magnolia, but I would like for you to use my link if possible. So, yeah, this is heat set. It can be washed. You're good to go. Okay, let's talk about what do you do when you have something like a t-shirt. And I don't have a full-size t-shirt to work with, but I do have this little onesie that we made that has the mermaid stencil on it. Isn't it cute? Same deal. This is cotton, and it can handle a cotton setting. I'm not going to turn it up extra to linen because that's just not necessary. At my ironing board upstairs, I have one of these tea towels that is just my ironing tea towel. It's one of the ones from the kitchen that my husband's cleaned the coffee pot out with many, many times, and so it is ugly looking. But it works great for this. So I'm just gonna go over it and then I'm gonna check and see how hot does it feel. Because I don't wanna scorch it. And that does feel pretty hot, but we're gonna keep going. I want this onesie to be able to be washed and worn multiple times and still be these bright greens and blues that this Magnolia ink is. Okay, so I would continue doing that for 3 minutes or so. All right. The next thing I would do, I'm not going to do the back right now, but remember how cute this was? We did the bum too. Here's the bum. It says Minnie, and then here's a mermaid on the front. So I would turn it wrong side out, and I'm going to press it that way too, just to make sure that this ink is good and in the fibers. Okay, now let's talk for a second while I'm doing this about how do you heat set Magnolia ink on ceramics or glass. Did you know that you can use the same ink? Let me show you what it looks like. The same Magnolia ink, like this, with the white top. You can also use these on ceramics and glass. What you're going to do in that instance is you're going to let it dry, maybe overnight if you want, and then you're going to put your pieces that you've stenciled with your Magnolia ink. You're going to put it on a cookie sheet in a cold oven. Don't preheat it. And then you're going to turn your oven on to, you know, somewhere between 300 and 350. And their instructions say that it's like 20 or 30 minutes, but I feel like you can leave it in there for an hour if you put it on maybe 300. And then you're going to turn off the oven and you're going to let the pieces cool down in the hot oven to room temperature on that cookie tray. So they went from cold to hot, and then they're going to go from hot to cold inside your oven. And that's it. It is a little complicated when you're working with glass, because you're going to have to find out if your glass can withstand the oven. And, you know, some things sure can for sure. Other things, not so much. So, but this is great for mugs and things like that. And then, so I've just done the inside of this, and this cute little design is good to go. I'll show you one more time because it's so cute. This is from a stencil that's called Mer Minnie and Mer Mama. It's meant for you to make a little something for a mom and a daughter. And I just used blue and green colors because I was doing a mermaid tail. Whoops. Okay, well, this is the other one that I made the same day. This is from the cupcake set. It has different bottoms and different tops. And it has a little cherry that I put on the sleeve right here. Whoops, where am I? So isn't that cute? What was I just saying? I'm having one of those days where I didn't sleep well and I start to say something and then I forget it. Oh, I know. If you're using the Magnolia ink on like a ceramic mug or a plate or something, you're gonna get a better result that is hardier and more permanent if you do it on a piece that does not have a super thick glaze on the outside. Because when it goes in the oven, that's when it is supposed to go into the pores and really become one with it. And if your piece has a ton of glaze on it, then it'll go there, but it may not be super duper permanent. And unfortunately, a lot of the pieces from the Dollar Tree are super inexpensive and they have super thick, shiny, that's how you can tell, a shiny gloss on them. And that is what can keep your ink from really seeping in and becoming one with your ceramics. So look for pieces that are not super shiny, and that will mean that maybe they don't have as thick of a glaze. And you know, you can get coffee cups everywhere. Try one from Target, try one from IKEA. Experiment with one from the Dollar Tree and see what you think. The other thing is, this is everything you want to know about heat setting ink. Don't put those pieces that you've stenciled with the Magnolia ink in the dishwasher. Some people say you can, but every dishwasher is different. How hot it gets, how long it scrubs, you know, the dishwasher detergents are different. And I would just say the things that you make should be hand wash only. That's just my opinion. For sure, top shelf if you are gonna put them in the dishwasher, but don't do the pots and pan cycle or something really intense. So I'm just working right now on this, which is what we did this morning. And this is what we used to make our super cute table runner that we've been working on. And it's the same thing that we used to make our super cute little stuffed carrots. So it's a Victorian stencil with orange with the pumpkin pie ink on it. So I would do the front with the tea towel on it, then I'd go to the back, and I'm just gonna go directly on it. And I'm gonna go over both sides for a couple of minutes each. And then it's heat set. And the only reason why it would be important for this, because this is not gonna get washed, I don't think that you're gonna put these in the washing machine. I hope you don't, if you decide to make it, is because maybe somebody sets down a wet glass and you're probably good to go with the ink on something like this, even if you don't heat set it. But you definitely don't want to use chalk paste on a table runner or placemat, because that could smear all over if somebody put a glass that had condensation on it that rolled down onto the chalk paste, or a plate that had some condensation on the bottom because it was hot. You'll have a big mess. So you definitely need to use ink for placemats and table runners. And for tea towels, t-shirts, absolutely. You cannot heat set chalk paste. You cannot. I say pillows because somebody might lean against your sofa with a wet jacket, and if it's chalk paste, that could come off on their jacket, and then they lean against your pretty white sofa, and now you have a big smudge of chalk paste on your sofa. So I say for pillows, you gotta use ink too. And then I think for bags, cloth bags, it's good to use ink as well. Alrighty, let me see if I have questions. Tote bags too, yes. Or sweaty, yeah, for sure. Okay, so she's talking about if you're making a t-shirt, you definitely want to use ink and not chalk paste, because it might get wet. You're gonna wanna wash it, and it might get sweaty also. And I do get this question a lot. So let me just tell you exactly how the question goes. Can I use chalk paste on a t-shirt and then spray it with something like this, or iron it to heat set it? Can I use chalk paste? No, absolutely not. You cannot. There's no way to make it permanent so that you could wear it or wash it. So just invest in a little bit of ink and you'll be good to go. Alrighty, well, this was my exciting video using an iron and my new little countertop ironing board, which is going to be so convenient. I know it wasn't super exciting, but I do appreciate you joining me. I hope you got some ideas, that you have a good understanding of how to heat set the Magnolia ink on fabric and how to heat set it on ceramics. Remember, if you're joining me late, don't take your iron and put it directly on the ink. Okay, don't do that. You always need a barrier, and it could be a tea towel like this, or it could be parchment paper, or maybe even a paper bag if you were desperate. But you don't want to put your iron directly on this. So, alrighty. I'm going to hop off now and read all of your comments and answer any questions that you have. And I realized that I completely forgot to get any links for any of this cute stuff that I showed you. So I will grab a couple links and I'll sprinkle those through the comments. If you want a direct link to something specific, like you want to see the bunny patterns or, you know, whatever it is, just let me know that in the comments and I can grab you a direct link in about 2 seconds flat. Alrighty, talk to you soon. Have a great evening. Bye.